This video has been going absolutely viral over the past couple of days for some very good reasons, some very misguided reasons, and then of course I've kind of got a take on this stuff. Of course, if I didn't have a take on it, I wouldn't be doing a video on it, and it's just kind of emblematic of the sad state of affairs. Now, this was a convenience store that's been, hit a few different times, and it also, well, okay, once we get into the video itself, which I'm not going to be able to play in full because YouTube is big gay when it comes to showing this stuff, but of course, I'm going to go ahead and, try to present this as well as possible. But this is a convenience store. It just happens to be a 7-Eleven. Shout out to the great Patrice O'Neill. I'm going to be ripping off one of my favorite jokes that he said about these scenarios way back in the cut, but it's just so funny how none of this stuff ever really changes. But you had a 7-Eleven in Stockton, California that has been hit multiple times over by that guy right there, who is in fact running it back one more time. And the clerks, well, they ain't having any of it anymore. They are tired of having their store hit multiple times over. The cops not turning up anymore because it's California after all, and it's like, what are they gonna do, offer him a ride to where he's going after he steals everything from behind the counter? But there he is at the smoke shop, okay, taking all of this guy's wares and just throwing them into the back. And as you can tell, it's the thief is really breaking stereotypes when it comes to this stuff. But then you're gonna see one of the clerks walk into frame after the witness. Okay, there he is right there again, busting stereotypes wide open. And given the fact that this is a 7-Eleven after all, it's just so perfect. So after he empties, I just went ahead and sped it up just a little bit, but he emptied out most of the shelves in the back there, all the way into that nice convenient trash can that's right there. So he just has easy access to the bag, load everything up, and then come back next week so he could just help himself to more cigarettes that he can go and sell on the street, because the shoplifting won't get prosecuted. He just needs them. He told his kids that he was going out for cigarettes, he'd be right back. Yeah, he needs to make money and all that stuff. But then also you realize that Mr. 11 right there, oh yeah, he also needs to make a living, and he's got some backup this time around because he's tired of getting completely ransacked. So there he's got his friend with him, who cuffs him up, okay? Grabs him, he's like, not today at all, I've seen enough. Wrestles him to the ground, and then this is where we're just gonna have to stop after we get that into frame right there. But he goes old school on him. You do, in fact, love to see it. And yeah, can't play the rest of this because YouTube big gay when it comes to this stuff. And I would like to tell you that right there, well, that's kind of the culmination, just because there is a lawless society that, in fact, is tacitly endorsing the crime in this situation, and now you're just having regular people who are just working a job. Don't know if this is this guy's convenience store, but regardless, he's tired of having it run through by thieves, just fighting back. And this is ultimately the logical conclusion to this stuff. The cops don't want to show up. You're going to end up with Judge Dredd situations. Obviously, that's the next step over this. He just ends up doling out justice on him, one broom handle at a time. And it's hilarious because he starts to scream like a bitch, just showing that these guys just think that they can, knock over easy targets. But in actuality, when people are pushed too far, they decide to push back. And if he was actually serious about this, well, the thief would have been strapped up at the time, but of course not. Of course not. Why would they do that? But as you might be able to tell if you watch through the full clip on your own, the news clip itself, or you read the quote tweeting the video, the Sikh convenience store clerks, both of them, by the way, who beat the piss out of a shoplifter with a stick is under investigation from Stockton, California police for assault. Yeah, this is why California and these liberal states are in this situations that they currently find themselves in. You turn a blind eye to crime, and then you start to criminalize the defense of your property and yourself, because who knows if this guy was packing dangerous weapons on his person. He had, and also as it continues to say, the clerk has said the same man has stole from their store 2 other times. Well, he could also be racist because they all look alike. But no, if you're not allowed to defend yourself anymore, you're just going to end up with situations where bad shit like this is only going to get elevated. It'll start at a broom handle, it'll eventually work its way up to an axe, and then you're just going to have people wandering around, Judge Dredd style. Cops probe Sikh 7-Eleven owners. Okay, so they were the owners. Again, busting stereotypes wide open. For assault after they beat a brazen thief stealing cigarettes from their store. Thief had stolen 2 other times and threatened to shoot staff a day before. But who's under investigation? Of course, it would be racist to go after the thief. 2 Sikh 7-Eleven workers. Yes. I am Mr. 11. This is my brother, Mr. 7. Who assaulted a thief after he I can't believe we're saying this, okay? Was defending their fucking property. How about that? How about that? Can we be fair on that? We'll be here for at least for the duration of this video, because I don't want to say that, the thief got assaulted. Fuck around and find out. How about that? Targeted their store under investigation for assault, police in California have said. What about Jamal, or whatever his name is, cigarette enthusiast A? In the now viral video, the workers are seen smacking the suspect with a stick. Accurate description. After he entered the store in Stockton with a garbage can and began filling it with tobacco products from behind the counter. And again, this was behind the counter. Jesus. The attempted theft on July 29th was allegedly the third time in 2 days. 3 times in 2 days. The man had targeted the store. On a previous occasion, he tried to intimidate staff by claiming he had a handgun. Despite widespread, and yeah, like I said, I can't show that stuff because YouTube gay. Despite widespread praise for the workers for defending their business, I'm just looking at this situation where it's, how have we gotten to this point? Okay, for everybody going, yeah, fuck them up, fight back. It's like, could we not address those shit dick lib policies that have put California in a place like this of such disrepair where people think that they can just go in and brazenly steal from hardworking people? Like, what the fuck are we doing here? It should be a condemnation of Gavin Newsom and everybody under his control's policies. Like, I don't even know how much more of a clear-cut example this is. And if it's not taken this way, it's just a huge fucking failure of the commentariat community. It has been brought to our attention that the video of 2 7-Eleven employees assaulting a robbery suspect has been circulating. Robbery suspect. Is that the new term? Robbery suspect. That's like youths. Oh, okay. Interesting. We are aware the incident and the investigation is ongoing. Holy fuck. Yeah, I would look at that picture right there, that still frame, and be like, yeah, it's interesting. It's very interesting what's going on there. Must be a mess on the floor that he's trying to clean up or something like that. Oh, no, right. Yeah, big spider. Yeah, big spider. That'd be a health hazard if it's still back there. Oh, yeah, and you can hear that guy in the back. He's the guy who was holding the camera at the time going, yeah, fuck him up. He's cheering him on. Yeah, Lewis Benton, who filmed the viral footage. Those 2 workers are probably... Oh, who protected their store. They did a courageous act. Exactly, man. Like, if we just take a look at this situation in a vacuum, yes, of course, they were defending the store. But again, we can extrapolate that out further as to why this ended up happening. I believe that if I wasn't there, the guy would probably be more hurt than he was. Well, okay, you got to take an L on that one because that guy should be beat within an inch of his life. The witness who recorded the fracas has since praised the courageous response. We already talked about that. On July 28th at 3:41 a.m. Oh, fantastic. Staff at the 7-Eleven reported a man entered the store, went behind the counter, and threatened to shoot the victim if he intervened, police said. Fantastic. So there he is, uttering death threats. That's a crime. The suspected... And, okay, so self-defense would have definitely been on the table. And yeah, if you take a look at that in totality... Were the hits excessive? Maybe, but this is one of those selective prosecution cases where you look at that and go, that would be one of those situations where you have prosecutorial discretion. You just go, he got what he fucking deserved. The employee did not comply. Therefore, the suspect grabbed several food items and placed them in a garbage bag before fleeing. Oh yeah, that's talking about, okay, the following day at 12:27 a.m., the same man returned and demanded money while simulating having a handgun. Right, and then he just took some food and peaced out. And then the thief returned to the store several hours later with a trash can and tried to fill it with cigarettes before the staff were filmed beating him up. Yo, man, you had 2 warnings. Don't come back here. We're calling the cops right now. You come back again, I got a broom handle with your fucking name on it, my guy. On July 29th, 2023 at 3:05 a.m., the officers responded to the area of Center Street and Market Street to meet with the Stockton Fire Department, who was with a male suspect requesting medical aid. Oh, I got beat. Yo, imagine being a bitch who turns up 3 different times to try to hassle some guys working at a fucking convenience store, stealing from them, then you're gonna shoot the place up, and then you have the audacity, after getting beat with a fucking broomstick, to say, you better call the ambulance. I see my auntie and uncle up in the sky, and I'm gonna need a help right now. Oh, Lord have mercy, I'm a coming, I see the light. Like, just shut the fuck up. And he complained of pain in his leg and shoulder. Well, that just tells me that the person swinging the stick wasn't fucking aiming correctly. At the time of the report, the officers could not confirm if the male was a victim of an assault or a suspect related to a series of robberies at the 7-Eleven. Unfucking believable. When the guys go, yes, he was here twice before. We tried to call you and you finally turned up because he said that he needed a medical emergency taken care of. What the fuck are you doing? Police added on Thursday, August 3rd, 2003, thanks to the diligence of a witness recording the July 29th robbery and assault. Isn't there security cam footage inside this place? I would think that there probably is, but did you guys not want to look at that? Or fuck is going on? Stockton Police Department was able to combine the investigation of suspected robberies and suspected assaults. You fuckers. The case has been assigned to our Investigations Bureau for follow-up interviews and evidence review. Once the investigations are complete and the findings will be forwarded to the San Joaquin County District Attorney for review. I don't know the political proclivities of that DA's office, but I swear to God, man, you could definitely send quite a good message by going hard against that guy for his robberies and not pursuing charges against the employees that are down there just defending their stuff. Okay, if you want to say that you're understaffed at your police departments, okay, fine. Just saying that, okay, we're going to go ahead and, turn a blind eye to people that are defending their property. Because you have how many different videos from inside Walgreens, CVS's, everywhere that has everything locked up in California. Everything. Chains around freezers because they're getting broken into 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times a day. You want to reinforce the fuck around and find out mentality? Well, you can go ahead and do that. I hope that's the case, but then again, this is California after all, so I'm just kind of embracing and kind of thinking that we're going to end up with the worst on this. So yeah, more power to 7-Eleven employees. That's some old school street justice right there. And that guy, even if he doesn't get hit with robbery charges, which is also equally as likely, he's going to be branded a bitch on the streets, and, his time is being a strong arm, a robber, that's a wrap. Wait, ain't you that dude who got beat with the broomstick? Fucking bitch ass. Spoiler, we have an update, and it's actually not all that bad. It ended up going somewhat like I predicted a little bit earlier by just having the DA, and it wasn't the DA come out on this one, it was in fact the mayor of Stockton, so I think it's a little bit more pointed in the direction that they're looking to go on this one, okay? We don't necessarily have all the resources that are availability right now, but if you want to defend yourself, if you want to defend your property, if you want to defend your place of work, hey man, you go ahead. But this could also send another bad message out there to inspire a better class of robber, but we'll just do a brief little update on this one because this story just dropped after I did my initial recording session, so it just wouldn't be complete. The Stockton mayor announces 7-Eleven workers are not being charged for the epic beatdown of a looter. Well, that's good. That is very good. But again, like I'm saying, okay, because this guy wasn't armed at the time and he only came in ones, well, we've seen what happened when, this is a much more concerted effort to make sure that they effectively knock over these convenience stores. It's good that they're not being charged. It really is. But again, it's California and I fear for the worst. 2 employees at the Stockton, California 7-Eleven store were confirmed by the district attorney's office on Tuesday to not be under investigation by authorities after a viral video showed them fighting off robbers. So, okay, the DA's office wasn't investigating them after they said they were investigating them. We're getting mixed messages here, kids. Now, the events surrounding the viral video from the 7-Eleven on Center Street are under active investigation by Stockton PD. Once completed, Stockton PD will forward the case to the San Joaquin County Attorney's Office. District Attorney's Office. Words are hard sometimes. Mayor Kevin Lincoln said in a statement, yeah, that was beforehand, right? District Attorney Ron Freitas said that the store clerks are not and have never been suspects. Well, that's good. That just sounds like a lack of communication we had between the mayor's office and the DA. And any investigations going forward is to hold accountable the individual who threatened and attempted to rob the store clerks. Yeah, but what about the previous 2 successful robberies that went down? Want to go and prosecute those? California state law Proposition 47 hinders businesses daily by increasing shoplifting incidents and decreasing our law enforcement's ability to hold accountable those responsible for such an act. Lincoln added. Okay, so the mayor's like, I don't know, as stupid as California law has been, I don't know what else to say on this one. I hope everything turns around, but I don't know for sure. So it kind of sounds like this guy is at least, awake on this issue. He's a little bit based, but again, politician in California. You never know. Video on July 29th shows a man, yes, a man. You can go ahead and fill in the blanks. Already had previously. Looting the shelves, stealing cigarettes into a trash can before the Sikh guy's like, not on my time, cocksucker. I come and I fucking hit you like your mother didn't, you fuck. So yeah, that guy looks like he's, I don't know, probably going to go back and meet with his homies and, state pen. Meanwhile, I hope that permit for an assault stick comes through for the two guys working at the 7-Eleven, because Lord have mercy, that they're going to need it if there's going to be a repeat offense. So, with all that said, just a little update on that one. Thank you all once again very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.